Fancy.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey, what's happening, you beautiful people out there? Tonight, hopefully, will be pretty awesome. This is the first real official episode of Snorkel Cove, and we're going to be talking with Nick from NB Adventures, and it's going to be awesome. So we're going to get into it. So here is Nick.
What's going on, everybody?
Figured out how to work in sound effects. Oh, the chat is blowing up now.
Yeah, I see that.
So, how's your day been? You were doing the school
It's been
thing?
pretty good. I had school today, so I mean, it's all right.
Just put that up there. Yeah, I had to work, and thank goodness everything went according to plan. Because sometimes I get there and stuff happens, and they're like, "You're staying, or you're staying late," and I'm like, "No, I need to be at the house by 7."
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Where? Yeah. Okay. Let's pop this one up here. As always, the first question for everybody, how did you become interested in magnet fishing and metal detecting and just finding stuff?
Well,
God,
um, ever since I was young, I've always loved the outdoors. Like my family and I, they would always take me camping and fishing and snorkeling, all that good stuff. Um, and then last August, I got this underwater camera. It was like $60, like the cheapest thing ever. Terrible quality, but I wanted to be like the Almighty, right? So I go there,
yes.
get the goggles with the GoPro mount, and then I go snorkeling for the first time. And I just wanted to make a video to share it with my family, right? Then my buddy encouraged me to post it to YouTube. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then I'm like, hey, I kind of like this. Then I want to try magnet fishing, so I got a magnet. Then I got my metal detector. I've been fishing quite a bit, and then for my birthday, it was I believe I was saving up for a GoPro, so I got a GoPro, and then just everything
Nice.
went right up from there. But I've always been really passionate about my niche of like the outdoors and all that good stuff.
Yes. Okay. So like before you started the YouTube channel, like I know for me, like I've been on and off doing weird stuff with YouTube before. So this is like the first ever channel exposure to it. Or if you like messed around just like with other stuff. Like I have a personal channel and I did stupid things and I had like Photoshop tutorials and stuff. So is this like your first hardcore venture into YouTube?
It's my first hardcore adventure into YouTube. Yes.
It's awesome. Like I love it. I love. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the editing aspect. They don't like. They like making videos, but they don't like the technical kind of stuff of it. But like I personally really love all of it. Like I love getting into the edit and doing really weird things that most people will never know exist. Like one of my videos, I had it's like a whole scene, and the whole thing is just after the fact, post edited sound effects to match everything, like the cars going by and stuff. And probably nobody will ever notice that, but I know.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is you just got to enjoy the process, right?
Yeah, I love the process. So, so what are the biggest resources do you think have helped you so far in your YouTube journey?
Like help grow or just
What
like produce my
any
videos and
just
everything.
learning? I mean, if it's been specific like software or specific people, like what has been the biggest like yes learning?
Um, well, first of all, there's it's such a great like community here that I found. Um, like you and like everybody else. Like I just see Tanner in the chat right now, Michigan Magnet Man. He's helped me a lot.
Yes.
Um, it's just everybody's in it for each other, right? It's like you said earlier, it's no fun if not everybody's succeeding. So I think it's just meeting all those people that I've met in a similar niche as me through like social media that have really helped me a lot. And I've got a lot of tips from my friends and my parents who watch my videos. Like every time I post a video, I watch it with my parents. They tell me 3 things that I improve on, and I'm very conscious about that as I'm making my next video.
That's actually really cool because that is really, I think that's very valuable to have somebody sit there that can be unbiased and be like, this could be better, which is really why I feel lucky to be in the group of our little magnet fishers that we have because we all critique each other. And if something's uh, in a weird spot or it's covering something, we let each other know and stuff. So, but for a long time, like I was just doing stuff and basing anything that I needed to fix just in comments from people. So that's like really cool that you actually, that's an advantage. Like, I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement, right? So if I think a video is perfect on like, well, obviously my videos are never perfect. Nobody's is. But
Yeah.
if I like it, I post it. Even after I post it, I always find a little something that I can
Oh,
improve on for the next time.
yeah. Like, I don't like anything I do. I'm just kind of okay with it. Or I'll be like pretty okay with it. And by the next week, I'm like, man, I should have done more. I'm just so like particular about stuff. I'm always, but I think that's good that we push ourselves because I mean, being okay with constantly just being okay with what you got, you never really grow. So
Yeah.
like definitely being limited, like even me, like I've spent a crap ton of money on stuff, but it's still a pretty limited budget. Like there is stuff, pretty expensive stuff that I would love to have that would really make everything look beautiful, but I don't have that. So I got to focus ways that I can do increase the quality without spending money. So I think a really good thing to have too, because if you just had everything you wanted from the get go, I don't. It doesn't push yourself creatively. I don't think.
Exactly. Like you got to work with what you have, right? Because
Oh
um my dad always says something. This one saying, I forget like who it's like trademarked by, but it's adapt and overcome. Like you may
yeah,
not be in a situation where like you may be in a situation where you're uncomfortable or you don't have all the tools that you need. You just got to be creative and adapt and overcome the problem.
yeah. Like I feel like that's probably such a generic term that people use, but I've heard. I swear, like somebody on YouTube, I've heard that somebody say that a lot, and it's true, man. It's thinking on your feet and being able to, because I've had a lot of times where something, especially lately, like I'm just bad. Like I forget things. Forgot the ball head for the tripod. Just had to hold the GoPro, or forgot a microphone, or whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm here, and this is what I got, and this is what I got to do, because I don't have time to do anything else. So, really important qualities, I think, for any YouTuber is to be able to MacGyver a situation into something that will work for you.
That's a perfect way of saying it. You just got a MacGyver the situation.
What would MacGyver do? Actually, there's a photographer. He's Australian, Jerry Gionis, and I used to watch him all the time because I love photography. And he would say that all the time. He would go, he's put yourself in a situation and be like, what would MacGyver do? Don't go for the basic shot, which is, I probably need to adapt that into like videos too. He's like, think about it, do something different, do something creative. Don't go for that shot that everybody would go for immediately. So I actually do need to work on that a little bit. I need to push myself and change things up.
Yeah, I actually had um, somebody message me after I posted my cross country skiing video, which they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good at editing. Can you like what's the secret? Can you teach me?" But I said, I didn't do any editing. I just put the clips together that I had. So if you have good shots, then it
Oh
just
yeah.
makes the video so much better.
Oh, for sure. Like that's why I was really excited. I mean, I haven't used it a lot lately. I was really excited to get the drone because, like, especially if you watch Michigan Magnet Man, Tanner has like these amazing drone shots. They make anything look better. It doesn't matter how boring your video is. You throw a drone shot in there, it's fabulous. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, I know.
So,
I
like,
love the drone footage that he puts in his videos. Tanner, keep it up. It's amazing, man. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful.
yeah, having like really good shots. So, I mean, there's a bunch of people I watch, just like videographers and photographers and stuff. So I try to watch that stuff because for like my channel, I really like kind of like the travel vlog aspect where you get a sense of the location and you get close up details and far away details and you get kind of some reference to where I'm at. So it's not just, oh, I'm here at this pier or whatever. That's easy to say, but I kind of like showing the area when I can. But a lot of the places I go actually are they're within like airport, like downtown. The airport takes over all that, so it's a no go. I have one spot that's right outside their circle, and I can fly. But like, there's a bunch of places I'll go that are like, can't do it. Sorry. And but yeah, having good shots is definitely. I spend a lot of time. I record. If you look at, because I use my phone, so if you look at my phone, by the time I'm done, I delete like 200 clips because I'm just like, I do it multiple times and then find the best one after the fact. Yes, thank you, Jason. Thank you. We're working on it. It's the first like it's weird for Nick because he has like a podcast situation and he's usually the one asking questions, and it's
Yeah.
weird for me because I haven't had anybody on here yet to ask questions. So I spent all last night looking at questions, but it's pretty cool in um, StreamYard. I can load these little captions at the bottom and have them already in here. So I did a bunch of those so I can pick and choose, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Uh,
actually is a really cool feature.
Yeah. So put it back up there. Put it back up there. So I feel like it's going to be D Almighty because you talked about him. So who is your biggest influence for
Like
your niche?
YouTuber influence or like
Yeah,
anything
just
in
for
general?
like your little niche, like your we could do both, but for right now, you're for what you do, for your videos you make and the stuff that you're interested in for your channel.
Um, Honestly, don't know because the stuff I do, I would say, is pretty unique. Like the thing is, I don't focus on just one thing. I tackle like a variety of things. I don't even know how many different things I've done, but I don't know. I guess who has been the biggest influence? Does YouTube recommended count?
That is actually truth. Anybody who says anything different is a liar.
Yeah.
Because even though
So,
I do other stuff, like I would say D Almighty because that's what put the bug in my brain to start this whole journey, and it came from the recommended section. Like I'm just scrolling there late at night, and it popped up, and like just like I think it's Jason from the Magnetic Squash that he started watching Man Plus River, and then
yep.
went to D Almighty. But I went to D Almighty and went to Man Plus River. But I binge watched like every one of Jake's videos, and I was like, "This is awesome." It's just like such an alien world underwater that most people don't get to see, and they don't really think about it. But just finding cool stuff under there, I don't know, just like wrapped me up in it. Like I was super obsessed with it.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I've been snorkeling ever since I could snorkel, I guess. Um, just with like the cheap little mask and the snorkel that's literally just a straw. Um, that's why I hated going to swimming pools when I was younger because there's nothing to look at.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
the underwater world. I love seeing all the wildlife. Um, I love like seeing all the fish. Like I snorkeled with a bunch of smallmouth bass last year. It was
that's
so
pretty
cool.
cool.
And then like I would started going to these fishing spots after watching D Almighty's videos where he finds all those lures, right? Then I was
Yeah,
like, why am I not doing that? So then you know how in his early videos where he has the old like nut jar and he pokes the holes in it?
yeah,
I
yeah,
did that. So
yeah. I did that.
and
I
then
don't even know what I had. I had something like that, and I just poked holes in it.
yeah, so I did that and then I started getting into it and I'm like, why not bring my camera? So I have a whole bunch of videos that I didn't end up posting because they weren't like to my standards good, which my first videos aren't the greatest either anyways. But um I don't know, it's really cool to show other people like, mom and dad, I saw a fish swimming in the water. They can like say, oh, that's great, sweetie, but do they really believe me? Now I could show them. That was the big thing.
Yeah, it's definitely. Um, they usually end up freaking me out because I don't see them. They camoed pretty well sometimes if they're standing still, but like, and I've missed a couple. Like I've seen at least twice some like really big fish, and like for some reason the GoPro wasn't recording, or like I don't know. And then like I try to go back and look at it, and I can't find it, and I'm like, man, because it was like half the size of me, and I was like, holy crap. That's a little
Yep.
sketchy because like around here, I mean, there's been stories of scuba divers seeing like catfish the size of like Volkswagen Beetles. Maybe, I
Holy,
mean, I've seen them. There's some good records for catfish around here, so I believe it.
that's crazy.
And then it's like, do you look tasty to them? Are they going to try to get a snack on you? Or... Man, it sucks. I can't keep the comment section up and switch in between my banners. All right, so like, what's your biggest motivation to keep going? Like, why do you keep making videos? What gets you up and just gets you pumped to get out the door and hit the record button?
Um, well, half the stuff you see in my videos, I already do anyway. I just bring my camera along, right?
Yeah,
So Um, I don't know. The main reason I do my videos is to show people my adventures, in hopes to inspire them to go on their own. You know, like, uh, I don't know. I try to. I obviously I have a schedule that I try to stay consistent on. Yeah, make your own adventure. I love that. Um, so I don't know. I guess I always have something to film. Like, I'm never really out of ideas. I always I'm constantly thinking about it. Like, I'll come up with like the most random things. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, I should do that for a video, and then go back to sleep. Like, what motivates me to keep on going is, um, seeing the support and seeing the growth. And, like, what's crazy is that people all over the world can watch me. And now that my adventures are on YouTube and they're there forever. So, like, my parents were saying, if I have kids when I'm older, I can show them my videos. Just, it's just crazy to me.
Yes, that's interesting. Like I have not even thought about that. Having eventually kids are gonna get on here and watch me do weird and stupid stuff on YouTube, and what they're gonna think about it. Or they're gonna be like, "This is cool." You're like, "Dad, you're such an embarrassment. I can't be seen with you ever again."
Well, I wonder what
Hopefully,
YouTube's gonna be like, let's say 20
that's
years from now,
true.
right?
That is true because, like I said, I've been doing stuff on YouTube for a hot minute, and it has definitely changed a lot. Like it used to be so easy to get monetized. But I think it's better now because even when you were monetized, like they had to actually click the ad for you to get money. And it was always a random amount. They might click and it was a cent, or they might click and it's $5.
Oh, wow.
But now it's, I don't think they have to click anything. The ad just has to roll and you have to get views. And so I think it's easier to make money, but harder to get to the point where you can make money.
Yeah.
But stuff, it's changing all the time. The algorithm changes, the SEO changes all the time. So it's good to keep up on that kind of stuff because like the SEO is like the big thing. Like knowing if you can crack that code and you know how that works, like you're going to be better than everybody else. It doesn't even matter if your video is better, you know how to get yourself onto the platform and in front of people. Cause like I've seen people with really great video quality and like they have like no views, they have no subscribers, they, and I'm like, what in the world? And then I see people that it's like, for me, it's kind of cringy. Like it's just they whipped out a camera and it's shaking, and the quality's kind of like for my tastes. And they have like thousands of subscribers, and I'm like, what is going on here? And it's because they have to know the SEO, or they got lucky, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's they know the SEO, but then like they don't care about the quality aspect so much. But for me, that personally drives me crazy. Like I'm constantly trying to make everything look better, sound better. Like that's me. But yeah, 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 yeah. All right, what's something you wish you knew when you first started your channel that might have made life a little bit easier?
That's actually a really tough question. Probably the SEO stuff, and that, um I don't know, because I sort of got more and more comfortable each time I made a video. Like in my first, what, I don't know, 6 videos, 7 videos, my face wasn't in them at all. Like it was just me holding my phone and the one hand doing stuff, right? So, um, I don't know. I guess the SEO stuff, that's something I wish I knew from the beginning. I knew about it probably like halfway through my journey, like I think December or something. But when we had that little chat a couple weeks ago, that
Yeah.
like really, really made me understand it a lot better.
Yeah, I wish I'd known a lot more of that when I started too. Like, uh, yeah, I'd been going for a good year or so before I started learning some of that stuff, and I was like, oh man, missed opportunity. Like, could have been doing so much better because a lot of my videos that are doing pretty well to this point are videos that I did not implement a lot of that stuff, and I'm just thinking, man, they might have even doubled what they did if I had known some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with the SEO. It's complicated and not complicated at the same time. Like I get it, but even when I think I get it, I do stuff and sometimes it takes a while to kick in and I'm like, is it actually working? So I told everybody that coming up that we're going to talk about basic kind of stuff. But I think we started into some of the questions now that I want to show another side to the people that come on the show. Just because, like, we all see what we put on YouTube, but we don't see other things. Like, I know, like, Tanner into tons of crazy stuff. I'm into tons of crazy stuff that no one sees. And I'm sure everybody else is. So I started implementing questions that are a little more about the person and stuff like that. So
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for
we'll
this.
start
Let's
off.
do
We'll
it.
start off easy. So like, who's the most important person in your life? Who's been like? I guess this could go back to the biggest influence. I guess
Oh my gosh.
parents can count as one person. You do not have to choose. You don't have to start a war.
um, I don't. Oh my gosh, that's like that's like a whole podcast of a question right there. um, um.
Oh, there's better ones. There's
Oh
better
God, I'm
questions.
I'm I'm a little nervous now, but the most important person in my life, or people, I guess, is definitely my family for um like raising me and giving me a positive way to think about the outdoors and for encouraging me to get outside and be respectful and basically make me who I am now, which I hope I am. Those things, but um, yeah, just I guess it's the people that I've been around all my life, like especially my parents that have been the most important to me. I mean, obviously my parents, because I don't know, without them, I probably wouldn't be here. Like if I had different parents, I don't know if I would be in the outdoors, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
I always think about those other scenarios, like if my sister Natalie wasn't my sister, if I had a brother, what would I be like now? You know, it's just yeah, I don't know. It's all crazy.
Oh yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah. I
Did
would
I answer your
definitely.
question? Was that good enough?
Yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably say, my parents too. Like, the older I get, the more like I see and learn where certain things that I do, which side they come from. Like, for a long time, I thought like dad's side was responsible for my dark, dark humor. No, I'm pretty sure it's from my mom now. Every once in a while, she busts out something. I'm like, Mom, what in the world? And I'm like, you know what? It's not even dad's fault. It's your fault. Like, that I'm demented a little bit. Like, you act all innocent, but that is definitely like my techie camera gadget computer side of thing. Like that's all from him 1000%. I'll show him stuff or do stuff with any kind of crazy lights and stuff, and he'll be like, "Oh, you're not my son, are you?" It rubs off.
Yeah.
Okay, this one we'll go a little easier here. Like, so,
Okay, I
favorite
like
type of
that.
food. Favorite type of food.
So, um, type of food, like genre, or
Like,
like my favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mexican or Italian or
Oh,
like Greek or
Canadian.
traditional.
I don't
What
know. I'm a big,
what
big
counts
maple
as
guy.
bacon? Bacon and maple.
Um, I don't know. Have you ever had poutine before?
No, I know what it is, but feel free to
You know what
explain
it
to
is?
anybody else that. Yeah, I know, but feel free to explain it to anybody else who has no idea what that is. Like I would. It sounds good to me, but some
So
people are
like
grossed out by it.
traditional normal poutine is French fries with gravy and cheese curds, not shredded cheese, not clumps of cheese curds, okay? And then you can make it fancy by putting chicken, bacon, a little bit of maple syrup, all the good stuff. It's basically fries, but with all my favorite things just
That
mushed together.
sounds. I want
The
fancy
most
poutine
Canadian
now.
thing. It's just amazing. But my favorite type of food, if I had to only eat two different things for the rest of my life, would be chicken, potatoes. Because there's so many different ways you can cook each of them, and they're all enjoyable to
Yes. Oh yeah, I had
me.
some wonderful chicken Saturday night from the place downtown, and they're real into like bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. So they have a bourbon glaze they put on it, and like I don't know, they're just doing stuff right. Like that chicken was perfectly cooked. It had the right amount of char, like like
Yep.
some grilled. You like the little bitter charredness, but if it's too much, it's completely disgusting. But it had the right amount, and like I don't know, that's some of the best chicken I've ever had in my life. I
Oh
really
yeah.
want some right
So
now.
you were talking about how you wanted to expose a side that nobody really sees from YouTube. Um, when I was younger, I haven't done this for a while now. Every time we'd go to a restaurant, every single time, doesn't matter where we were, doesn't matter if where I've been there before or not, I would order chicken fingers and fries. I would
Hey,
rate them on this big list that I had, and I tried to find the best chicken fingers and fries in town, and I was like an inquisitive 11-year-old just trying to crack the code, find the place, find what I liked. I had this scale because I liked having a certain amount of crispiness. The color was a big factor, the seasoning, just everything, the stringiness of the chicken. I found my favorite at this um, one restaurant. It's a local restaurant. It was called Gargoyles, but they closed when
ooh,
I think I was just before I was turning 12 or I was 11. I was devastated. I was so mad
yeah.
because they had in my mind was the perfect chicken fingers and fries. Like you couldn't get any better than that.
Actually, really funny because like the first time I actually went to the beach, which is kind of sad for like I'm close enough that like I should have been there like a long time ago. I don't even know. I was like 23 or something. But I went with my friends and we're all like, we're going to go. But we're stupid because we went in March. So it was like way too cold. But every morning we wake up and go to a different breakfast place. And I don't really like breakfasty foods too much. So like every morning I would get chicken fingers and fries. And I tried to figure out who on the boulevard, the little pier, had the best chicken fingers and fries. And what I have ultimately learned is everywhere at Myrtle Beach, they taste exactly the same. They are the same chicken fingers and fries. There might have been a couple that had like better fries, like they were using different. Some of them had like crinkle fries, and I was like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But some of them had some better fries. But for the most part, it was exactly the same. Very disappointing. We went to like 5 different restaurants. We were there for a week.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
My next best chicken fingers and fries though was from Disney World and this one I think it was 60s or 70s themed restaurant. Um but yeah, probably
Yeah,
never
I
gonna
know
have
what you're
those for a
talking
while.
about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah. The what is it? Primetime cafes, I think is what it's
Yes,
called.
yes. How'd you know?
Look, I love Disney. I'm like, I love
Oh yeah, give me a
Disney.
There you go. This is my little
Oh yeah.
souvenir from that trip.
Actually, it's too much of a pain to move the camera, but the outlet covers and the switch covers in the office, we got maps. We got a bunch of maps from when we went on our honeymoon, and we like Mod Podged them to the light switch covers and stuff. So like, I mean, they're all mixed. Some of them are Magic Kingdom, some of them are Hollywood Studios, or but yeah, like I love Disney food. Not all of it's great. It's getting hard because we've been there enough that like there's ones that we're like we have to go there,
Yeah.
but then we keep finding more that we're like, oh no, we have to go there. So now it's like, what do we do? Like we're gonna have to cut one of them out sooner or later because there are some pretty good food places.
It's so
So
expensive though sometimes. Like they
yeah,
really get you in that tourist trap.
yeah, like we always do like the dining plan. So like I don't know how much that costs, but it eliminates the like, oh, I really want like the prime rib, but I can only afford the chicken. So like it's the freedom to get whatever I want and know it's paid for and not have to worry about that. But I'm sure it's a hefty price, whatever we pay. Like, but oh man, I can't wait to go back. But we're trying to wait till all the stuff is over with because it's
Yeah.
hot in Florida. Like I'm not trying to deal with masks in Florida in Disney World. Oh no, it's bad.
Yeah. Oh, to be in Florida
Oh
right now. We just got well,
yes.
in Canada we use 10 centimeters for snow. But for you guys it would probably be like 5, 6 inches. We got 6 inches of snow last night.
That's crazy. Like somebody, I
Yeah,
think
it was all
um
gone. And then wake up this morning, just boom, white blanket over everything.
yeah, I think just the other day, Brockton Magna Fisher sent us a video and there was snow happening or something. And I was like, no, like trees are in full bloom here. My allergies are going absolutely insane and everything's turning green. So I'm like, yes, because I hate the cold, which
Yeah,
ironically I was born in the cold.
I work at a greenhouse, so I was in shorts the other day, and it was so hot, like shorts and a t-shirt, right? I was sweating, and then we looked at the weather, and then we had to cover up all the shrubs outside from the frost, and then we got snow. So I wonder how it was today when they had to clean everything up.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's still been a little chill here. It's been like 50s, 60s. So it's not been like, ooh, super great. We did have like a really warm streak and we were getting up to 70s, 80s, and they
Wow.
just dropped back down a little bit. So we're kind of going through that. Ooh, who was it? 85 to 90. Good for
That's
you.
crazy.
Send it my way.
Wow. That's like right here, I think it's 30 Fahrenheit ish. I don't know. I go by Celsius. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I think it's 30 Fahrenheit, like just below zero.
It's crazy. I used to be pretty decent at that. I had to do like science and college and stuff, so I had to like memorize multiple scales. So we had to use Celsius, and then we had to use like Kelvin, and
Yeah.
so I used to be like really good at it, but I've forgotten most of it. But I can kind of guess like when somebody tells me, I kind of know whereabouts it is.
Yeah.
And because that one was super easy and it's now relatable, if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I should have gotten you to send me these beforehand.
It's no fun that way.
Fun for you.
Yeah, I know. I live for this kind of stuff. I love doing like movies that other people haven't seen that I get to live vicariously through their like, yeah. I love it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think pretty hard about this one. But you know the saying, like, don't meet your heroes?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm not sure if you would know him. Uh, he's a retired astronaut, but Chris Hatfield.
Oh, dude, I would chill with him.
Yeah,
He's
so
really, he seems really awesome in his videos. Like he's smart and he seems level headed.
yeah, okay, I'm glad you're making the connection there. So, um, I when I was like 8 to probably age 12, big space guy, obsessed with becoming an astronaut. Like, then I wanted to be like an aerospace engineer because I found out like you have to be in perfect health to go to space. And then he came to my city, Chris Hatfield did, to my local auditorium and like gave a talk. And I went there and I saw him. I got him to like sign my books. Like he has a really good book actually. I learned lots from it. Then I had this like little magazine and everything. But yeah, um, I ran into his manager though because I went at like halftime to see if I could go talk to him, and he gave me his card and said that he would send me a free copy of his book signed already. And then I was all excited because I wasn't sure if I was able to get my book signed. But I went to go see him after. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll sign this." And then he just like I asked him a question, and then I don't know if he ignored me or something. But I remember being like, "That's not how I want it to be after."
Yeah.
So I don't know who I would want to meet, but definitely some people in that sort of like science realm, I guess. Um, ooh, I got one now. Sometimes I just
All
gotta
right. All
talk
right.
till I think of something.
That's cool.
You probably everybody watching this, if you haven't heard of this guy, you're missing out. But Mark Rober,
That sounds familiar.
he's the scientist guy. He made that obstacle course for squirrels. He did that. No, not ringing a bell
Wait, now that like on YouTube, like he had
on
the
YouTube.
obstacle course. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Did
Yeah,
he have like
that
the
guy.
the launcher? They had the one that would like launch the squirrels.
That guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Mark Rober. Um, should be like Bill Gates. And I don't know. The last one is that's hard. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I have no idea. You said dead or alive though?
Yeah, they could be dead. They could be totally just somebody you would like to meet, but it's impossible to now.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure. I would love to talk to somebody who's like an expert on like winter survival and like building quincies and igloos and all those shelters, and that would just be
Yeah.
so cool. That would be an awkward dinner though if all three of them were there at the same time.
so so let's go with that because like that lasted like a whole long time. Like you had like a whole little city of like little shelters during the hardcore winter time. So like that was
Oh
like
yeah.
pretty cool. Like we don't get enough snow to do stuff like that. So like explain what a Quincy is. Like Magnet Man kind of made one and he was live streaming from that, but like that's actually the first time that I heard that term is like when you guys
Yeah.
started doing that. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So the the Michigan Magnet Man, his Quincy was terrible. No, I'm just kidding. Tanner, I love you. Your Quincy was great. Um, but Quincy is basically, as Tanner described it, the I think southern hemisphere, correct me if I'm wrong, version of an igloo. So basically, instead of an igloo, which is blocks of snow that are piled into a spiral, a quincy is just a big pile of snow all in one area, and then you cave it out.
That's pretty
So
cool.
I saw, I think I've always wanted to build one. Like I used to build. Yes, that is correct. Okay, thanks, Tanner. I've always built like snow forts when I was a kid, right? Well, I am a kid, but when I was younger, and I was like, I always heard people talking about these quincies. So then I looked it up on YouTube this year. I'm like, why don't I do that? And I just one day after school, I went out with a shovel in my yard and I just shoveled a bunch of snow into a pile because I had nothing better to do, right? And
Yeah.
then the next day, I'm like, I should make a video about this. So just took out the old GoPro and a tripod, time lapse, finished building it up. And then after I built that first one, I made that video. Then I'm like, the big thing about quincies though is after you hollow it out, you're left over with this other pile of snow. So guess what I did with that pile? I added
Made
to that
another one.
pile. Then I hollowed out that pile, and then I made another pile. So that's how the whole village thing came around. And then the village actually melted. And then 2 weeks later, we got a dump of snow just like we did today. And I'm like, oh, I was kind of bummed I didn't get to sleep in my big one, right? So I scraped up as much snow as I could. I went in one big circle, shoveled it all into the middle. I made a quincy just good enough to like go in there. It wasn't as bad. Like I wasn't in like the fetal position, but it was basically like one you would make if you're in a survival situation. And after watching Tanner's video, I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna sleep in this thing. Um, and it was a great experience. Like I have no regrets at all. Like sometimes you just really got to get out of your comfort zone. But the
Yeah.
one thing I'm very grateful for is that that's just not that's not how I have to live, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't have to do that to survive. Like after I got out of the quincy, I had a fire in the morning. I came right inside, had a hot shower. Like that's not.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I love snow though. Like nothing better than snow.
I have a love-hate relationship in it. Like I don't like to drive in it, but but I'm okay with like playing with it and
Yep. Like skiing, obviously like building those forts, ice fishing. Oh yeah, big winter guy over here.
So like let's talk skiing because you mentioned that a couple times and I literally know absolutely nothing about skiing. I mean, I'd like to go sometime. I either like to try that or like snowboarding. But like I would like to go. We have some places higher up in the mountains during the winter that I could go. But like I literally know nothing about it. But it seems like a lot of fun.
It is. Sorry, Tanner just said that hot shower after sleeping in the snow hits different. It does, man. It does. It does. Oh, daddy and daughter plus water trying to start a big debate here. Sand is better than snow. I don't know.
I
Can
don't like that
you
sand
ski on
gets
sand?
everywhere.
Can you build quincies out of sand? I don't think so.
It'd be
But
hard.
anyways,
You could get it wet, but like I wouldn't trust it.
doesn't no. I considered it, but after thinking about it, no, because you can't get it to freeze, and there's a whole science behind it. But anyways, I do cross country skiing. I don't do downhill skiing.
Gotcha.
So basically, I've been doing it since I was 4. I took lessons. They have levels all the way up to level 4. And then they have, it's called track attack, where it's like 12 to 15 that you do it, or 11 to 15 years old are in that group. And you're basically just polishing off your skills. And then you can go into like these big racing programs or just do it on your own. I chose to do it on my own. And I just, I really enjoy it. I don't really like the racing aspect. I like being outdoors. I mean, I go fast,
Yeah.
right? It's not,
Yeah.
it is a workout. Like, I do treat it as that, but there's just nothing like being on a trail where there's nobody around you and you're just in the trees. It's just so quiet. You can hear the snow like falling off the trees, and it's just amazing. And the community around skiing is just amazing. It's just full of these amazing people, and it's such a great sport. And there's so many things that you can do. There's so many places you can go. And with cross country skiing, there's two different kinds. There's classic and skate. So with classic, you have to wax the bottom of your skis, and you stay in these tracks. Or if you're going like actual like in the country or whatever, you just try to stay in like you keep your skis parallel. Basically, is a good way of explaining it. And you have these poles, and you just basically use your poles to propel you. It's like walking with poles almost, but some people go crazy fast. And then skate skiing is like picture skating, but with skis, if that makes sense. Like you're
Yeah.
gliding out from side to side.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and you go, in my opinion, you go a lot faster. But that's what I do. I do skate skiing because really you're not limited to just going keeping your skis parallel, because you can still keep with your skate skis, keep them parallel and use your poles. So um yeah, I mean, is there anything else that I should go over?
I think that's good. Like, I don't. That's what I don't know nothing, so I don't know what to ask about it. But I do find it like really interesting. Like, I used to like, which would maybe kind of be similar. Like, I used to like watch the Olympics where they're like skiing all across everywhere, but then they got to take out their rifle and like shoot the target, and then like
That's biathlon.
keep going to the next one.
So, oh, I actually have a medal right here. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me flex real quick. No, I'm just kidding.
all
But
right.
this is a gold medal for my area, for a biathlon competition for junior boys. This was last year, but I've been doing biathlon since I was like 9. I took a break this year just because of COVID and everything, but
Yep.
I'm hoping to
Yep.
get back into it next year. And basically, you ski to get your heart rate up, and then you have to take your rifle out, shoot 5 targets, and then however you miss, they either add time or you have to ski a little penalty loop. Then you ski again, and then you shoot, and you ski again, and then you shoot. And like the big part in that is being able to ski fast because it's a timed race, and
Yes.
getting your heart rate down so you can still be efficient and accurate with your shooting. So it's like a completely different sport almost. But skiing's the big part because you can miss all of your targets if it's a penalty loop race, and if everybody's a lot slower than you, then you can just ski the penalty loops
Yeah.
real fast. But that's a lot more skiing. Like I think they're
Yeah.
like 50-meter loops. So if you miss all 5, that's extra like
Ooh.
250 meters. So
Ooh.
yeah,
That's That's crazy. But that's see, like, now I'm more fascinated about it because also it's like one of those things that no one sees on here, at least not yet. Like, I like to go to the shooting range, specifically the one I go to. It's outdoors, and when no one's there and it's safe, I will take over the entire thing. Like, you're just supposed to stand at your little table and set up and
yeah,
just shoot. But if no one's there and it's just my friends and we're being safe, like, I will go out different distances, set up targets, and I will jack my heart rate up. I will try to simulate as closely as possible to a situation that I might be in the self defense kind of a situation. So I'll run. I'll do running, work on reloads, get my heart rate up, put myself on a clock. I will add all kinds of pressure and different factors to push myself to see if I can still be accurate or where, so like that is real kind of similar to that to me. So like that sounds like really fun to me, honestly. I would
Oh
get
yeah,
into it
and
too
the big
much. I'd
thing,
be competitive.
yeah, it's not like once you get the hang of it, like once you get in the flow, like you'll see guys, it's just crazy. Like every single stride, it's like a specific like beat, right? And then when they go to shoot, it's boom, and then they're already shooting again, like before you can even blink.
Yeah.
And we use 22s, 22 rifles, but they're
Yeah.
specialized for the sport. So instead of like lifting the lever up and back, it's like just this little piece with your thumb that you just go back like that. It like
Yeah.
takes so much less time. And then, of course, you have the sling in the way. So when you stand up, it's like, and the gun, I think, is a little lighter. Sorry, the rifle is a little lighter, but there's like certain like regulations for the weight of the stock and for all the components. Like there's like a minimum that it can be because you can make
Yeah.
it like crazy light, but
Yeah.
that's a disadvantage to the
Yeah.
other competitors.
Yeah. That's one of those. Because then, just from my experience, like if you have a really light gun, that can be harder to shoot technically. If you're, if you had something heavier, it's going to be a little, it be stable sometimes. So being too light, it might be, you can move it way too easy
Yeah.
also. But then if you go too heavy, then it starts to you do get you're tired.
Yep. Especially if you're like skiing and using your poles, like your arms are already
Oh yeah.
tired.
Oh, I believe it. You're I feel like that's pretty full body. Like you're working
It
legs, you're
is.
working.
It is. The big thing in skiing, though, people think it's your legs and your arms like pulling, but it's not. It's mostly your core.
Yeah, I can
So
see that.
that's like a big thing because people, when they first start, they're just using their arms and their poles, and
Yeah,
that's not what you want to do. You want to use your core for that. And like the core is the biggest factor, I'd say, in skiing. But and your legs, obviously, and your feet because you have to put the skis on. But
yeah.
yeah, it really is a full body thing.
Oh, let's see. So, what has been maybe not your worst, but probably a pretty just down kind of moment for you, but actually taught you some pretty important stuff that now you're like, okay, like now I know that you're
Like
better because that you failed at it. Like,
life in general or YouTube?
yeah, yeah, life in general, life in
Oh
general.
gosh. um, geez, I don't know. Um, could this be like an injury
Yeah,
or
sure. I mean, if you
or
thought you learned something from it, that was pretty good to have learned. It's a good lesson.
so the closest thing I remember is when I was in like a pretty bad like spot. I wasn't like contemplating stuff or anything, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I was mentally well, but I wasn't happy. Um like it was rough. I just started high school. Um
Okay.
I just got a concussion from playing football. Um I was just starting to get back into it with football. Like the coaches are like, "Oh, we're not going to let you play yet. You still have to got to do this." And then I lost my grandfather. And then like it was all just not going well and you just really have to I don't know, just get through it, I guess, because um like from that movie Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow, right? You just gotta
Yeah,
wait for that moment, and that moment was like the first, like the next game, like the same week that my grandfather passed away. I played in the game, and I started, and I got my first catch. It was like for 18 yards or something, but I was pumped. Everything else just started going right up after that because it completely um, switched my attitude around, and like my way of looking at everything, and I was all happy. Um, but yeah, that really taught me that life's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like there's gonna be some things that aren't enjoyable, and you just have to get through them and not bottle in your emotions, because that's the worst you can do.
yeah. It reminds me of I don't know where the story started. I think it might be, I don't know if it was Chinese based or not, but it was somebody like a king or an emperor, and he had like these three wise men, and he was like, "Cool. So if you can make me something that will make me happy when I'm sad and make me sad when I'm happy, I'll spare your life." And they ended up giving him this little ring or something on it, but it said, "This too shall pass."
Yep.
So it's you're gonna have really good times, but you got to know that it's gonna come back down eventually, and you're gonna have some crappy times. But then when you're at the bottom, you're not gonna stay there forever,
Yeah.
and it is hard for a lot of people, because you're just so in the moment that it's hard to see outside the hole that you're in, and maybe the hole isn't as big as you think it is. I'm bad with that. I get like other people, I can help them out all day. Like stuff happens to me, and I just like overthink everything, and just so not as bad as I used to, but still a little bit. But that definitely, the mindset is key to everything.
Yeah. Like you just gotta, everything starts in here, right? As long as you're keeping a positive mindset and you're confident and not hesitant, then you're good.
For sure. Let's see. Kind of jams are you into? 'Cause this could be interesting because I don't know like how close like Canada would be to like American, like I don't know, like if they're close enough that they're like, oh, we're into the same kind of stuff. We're like,
Okay, so I'm a big K-pop guy. No, I'm just kidding. I really like
down.
a little bit of everything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with K-pop. Like, I just,
I have some K-pop songs. I'm not hating.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I've really, I like a bit of everything. Um, I like music that makes me happy. I like music that I'll listen to when I'm happy. But it's like hip hop rap kind of deal, where it's kind of like getting ready for a fight, but there is no
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah,
It just
yeah,
makes me like
yeah,
all pumped up, and I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that feeling.
I feel
Um,
that. I feel that.
um, I listen to quite a bit of stuff, not to be like not unique, but whenever I'm looking for new songs, I always look for Top 100 Canada, the playlist on Apple Music. That usually has stuff that I find that I like, and I have a bunch of artists that I like listening to. So yeah, I like listening to lots of stuff, hip hop, pop. Um, I guess that's like the big ones. I like. I guess it depends what I'm doing, right? Like if I'm working in the yard or working in the shop with my dad, like
Yeah.
rock from like the 90s and 80s is perfect. Like I love
Yes.
that old stuff, but well, for me it's old, but um I don't know. I really like listening back to the songs that were really popular when I was super young. Like
Yeah.
when I was younger, I still can a little bit now, but especially when I was younger, I could listen to a song like 3 times and know all the words. So like I would be like this 5-year-old singing Lady Gaga. It would just be hilarious. But I love listening to like 2010s sometimes, just because that's when it just brings back so many memories. Like all those songs that you have specific like memories tied into, like driving home from Nana's and Grandpa's or driving camping and stuff. So
Yeah, I feel I definitely have like nostalgic kind of stuff listening to in the car and stuff with like dad. Like I'm a weird mix. Like I like do like a little bit of everything, but it was like mom would be listening to like Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, and stuff like that, and then like dad's listening to like REO Speedwagon and stuff, so, and
yeah.
Boston, and like so it's a weird mix. But I usually probably go more towards like rock or metal or something. Like I love Tool, probably still my favorite band.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but like I like all kind of everything. Like when I go to look for music for my videos, I will just sit there and like I have to jam out to it. Like if you guys can see me in here, I get a good one. I'm like, ooh, yeah. And like honestly, I have ones they hit too hard for the content. Like I have songs that are too good for what I filmed, and I put them in a side playlist because it's just not good enough. Like it's too much. It doesn't match. So, but yeah, I gotta feel it. Like I feel like there might be some people that pick music first and try to edit to it, but I just do everything and then find a song, and I'm like, yeah, and then I'll edit to the song.
Yep.
But yeah, I do like a little bit of everything. I used to have a bunch of stuff on my phone, and then realized it was just taking up. When I got a new phone, it was taking up too much space, and I didn't want to sync it all over to the new phone. And I just deleted it, and I just have Spotify now. But like, I used to have like 6,000 songs or something, and like everything. There was Beatles, there was rock, there was metal, there's hip hop, there's rap, there was 80s, 90s, hair metal, there's Frank Sinatra, stuff like that. There's instrumental stuff. Like I love all kind of stuff. I love some music. I love to jam. I love to sing in the shower,
Oh yeah.
to sing in the car. Like, but yeah, I do like some 80s though. We're doing playing a lot of 80s on our phone at work. And
Nice.
then there's just like some like the Hall and Oates gets played a lot, and I don't know, they just had the secret sauce. They came out with a bunch of hits, and they're all fantastic. And I'm like, man, I don't know what they knew. They just knew.
Yeah, as far as audio stuff goes that I listen to like quite a variety of music, but lately, um, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. Like I listen to like this cooking one, I listen to a comedy one, I listen to this one that's like sports updates. I love football, NFL all the way. Go Green Bay Packers, by the way. I know Clay's watching. Clay agrees with me, but yeah, and then I have like um my own called Inspired Venture, which was just a little side thing I started doing um, aside from my YouTube channel that I really enjoy now. I had Tanner. Tanner was on it. We talked about winter
Yes.
camping. Like my big thing with that is almost the same mission as my videos is to inspire um, a love for the outdoors. So like if I my mentality was that if I talk to people about their very like awesome, cool, unique adventures, I hope to inspire others to listen to it
Yes.
and then be like, that is so cool. I want to do this. Like I want to get outside. I want to go fishing, go
Oh yeah.
winter camping. So
So where can we find the podcast? Is it like everywhere? Is it only certain sites?
so it is everywhere. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. Um, I think like Stitcher's another
Oh
program.
yes.
Uh, but basically I upload it to this one site and it
Yeah,
distributes it for me.
that's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty great.
Because I had thought because StreamYard is pretty cool and they let you do cool things. Like I can download just the audio from this. So I thought at some point just collecting these and even putting them on there. And if somebody doesn't want to watch it and they just want to listen to it or something, that's an option. But I think it's cool that it does let me download just the audio, or I can download the video with the audio.
Oh yeah,
I always like
and the
that.
cool thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I really like about it is that people can listen on the go. It's not like your videos where you have to sit down. They have to sit
Yeah.
down, press play, and watch it. But like a
Yeah.
podcast, it's like a radio show, except it's not live.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I like to get in the car, and sometimes they're like really out there, but there is interesting stuff that gets asked on like Joe Rogan's podcast. Like he usually has
Yo,
somebody crazy on there, like Elon Musk or something, and so it's interesting to see how Elon. But I do like watching the video for that sometimes too, because especially for like Elon, like you can see just like that man's brain works so much faster than his body. Like you can see his mind going 3 million miles an hour, and his body's just trying to like figure out how to get the words out. Like in his brain, he's already given us like 16 sentences, but he hasn't gotten the first word out. So, but he usually has
yeah.
interesting people, and I like listening to that just because there's always going to be something crazy. Oh, sweet.
I just
Yes.
put the link to my public pod. Yeah, there we go. Basically
Yeah.
from there, everybody who's listening right now, if you go on that, you can press listen on. Like there's a specific button, and then you can choose which platform you want to listen on to it on. So it's perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely going to check that out. And you can throw me in there sometime if you would wish. I can
that
return the
would be cool.
favor.
I have some plans for future episodes, so you don't worry. And I know Clay's been wanting to be on there too, so it's coming,
Especially
guys.
once I
Don't
get
worry.
like the boom arm and stuff, because I love this microphone, but it would sound even better if it was closer to me. But like,
Yeah,
I'm really
mine's
excited
right
about
here.
this microphone. Like I said, I got it down turned to like 30% because like you can hear everything. It's insane. But I like it so far. But I want to get the boom arm that I want and not like a cheap one. Because like it was a Rode PSA 1 is what I want. And it's full 360. I can spin it. Very heavy
Wow.
duty. Everybody that I've seen talk about it, they're like, look, you're going to buy this and that's it. You're done. That's the only thing you need. Good job. You will never have to buy another one.
Yeah, so
I
mine
was like,
I have is just
the
the
Blue Yeti.
snowball.
Yeah, the Snowball.
So it's nice. It's a budget
Yeah, there's,
option. It
but
works.
it
It
is
works.
a nicer budget option. Like trust me, I went through a bunch of reviews for all these, and that one is actually for its price really good.
Very good. I'm really enjoying it so far. And my audio editor for my podcasts, I have my own videos, but I have an audio editor for my podcasts that um
Yes.
really suggests me to get this mic because um my audio, he would have to like adjust it and like change reverb and do all that.
Hmm.
So like he loves it now. Like now he can just like whip up an episode in like 3 hours instead of like 5 or 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because doing it that way is probably a lot better. Like on here, there's no real controls. Like I can't change noise gates or anything like that. But where somebody can have just kind of the raw audio, it does make a
Yeah.
huge difference. Like we could sound really good if if I was allowed to have more control over that, but I
Yep.
am not. All right, so this is an interesting one because I got one of these. This was a question in the 40 question challenge, and the Magneto twins. They had like a really weird answer to this, so it's either just going to be something kind of normal or it's something awesome. So, do you have a phobia, and hopefully a weird one?
Um phobia is just it's a fear, right? I know they're not like
Yeah,
exactly the same thing, but
like a really intense fear. Like I know the treasure evictions, man, Rose is terrified to get in the water and snorkel in a river. Like in a pool or something, she'll be fine if she can see, but in a river, she is not about it. She is gonna freak out.
yeah, I don't know. Uh, I wouldn't say I'm scared of it. I just really don't like them, and I've had bad experience with them. And it's hilarious if you're not me when one of these things is near me. But I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't like wasps. I do not like them.
That is a respectable phobia. Like,
Like um, like the Roadrunner and like Wile E. Coyote.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the Roadrunner, you know how like when he's running, his legs are just like a big like spinny
Blur like
tornado
a
thing.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's if there's a wasp like 10 feet from me, phew, I'm gone. That's I'm done.
Like yeah, I believe that. Like I don't like yellow jackets or wasp or regular bumblebees or like honeybees, bees that will make us honey and they pollinate things and give us coffee. Super cool with. We had a bumblebee in this at work the other day. He was trying to get out the window and I trapped him in a cup and I let him go back outside. I was like, I'm cool with you.
That's
You
good.
help do things, but like these murder hornets and crazy stuff that we have now, no,
Yeah,
get
I
out of
actually have
here.
a cool story about bees. I'm not scared of them. My grandfather, who passed away last year, he was a beekeeper. So he had a bee farm. He had the hives. So I would go out there and like in like the little suit and everything, and he would like go like pull out the combs and like just show me everything. And like I got to be there for like the honey extracting process and like oh it's just I love honeybees, but in my mind, I know wasps do like a little bit of pollination, but they can go, man. Like I don't like them.
Yes, yeah, I found that's one of those things I found on YouTube and just got sucked into it. It's like beekeeping stuff. Like I don't know why, but like yeah, just interesting different stuff. I think they said even like there's a lot of bees they'll get lost and they'll find another colony and they just join right in. They're
Yep.
just like, okay, that's the queen, and they just do the same job. But like I would love to find somebody local or something that can get some like fresh honey
Yep. That was
and
the
send
big
it to
thing
me.
too. Like we got fresh honey, like as fresh as can be. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would probably I think I might change one of my answers to whoever I would have a dinner with dead or alive. Probably my grandpa. I would
I feel
do so much just to go in that bee farm with him again. It's just
yeah.
it's unbelievable just to look at those things like close up and like so many people never get to experience it like that in their lives and they always I feel like there's um well, the way a lot of people are brought up is be scared of bees, they can sting you, but it's
Yeah,
just
they watched
it's not like that.
what was that, My Girl or whatever with Macaulay Culkin and he got stung to death. He was allergic to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they've seen that movie and I've seen that movie and I was freaked out by bees for a long time. But it's an interesting symbiotic relationship actually because I mean if they get too much honey, that's an issue for them. So like if you
Yep.
get a good beekeeper and they got the thing where you spin it out and you can put
Yep.
their comb back
And
in
that
so they
thing
don't
is
have
cool.
to yeah, so
I've
they don't
seen it
have
in
to
real
make
life.
the comb again.
It's cool. But a good movie to watch is a bee movie. It really puts that symbiotic relationship in perspective.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Here's a fun one. So if you had like a million or just unlimited dollars, what would you do with it? Would you
Um,
like start any kind of projects, or would you just
who do
go
you
have a
who do you
party?
think I am? The bare naked ladies? Like, um,
I'm just
$5 million
impressed that you know
dollars.
who they are. Like,
Yeah. I love their music. It's just so random sometimes, but it's good. Like the
yeah,
beat just makes you wanna, I don't know,
yeah,
it just makes you happy. But $5 million, I'd probably donate a good chunk of it. Um, I'd buy a drone, I guess. I would set up my family um, for like my parents. I would give them a good chunk of it. I don't know. I wouldn't be selfish with it. I would probably give a lot of it. I know I'm saying that now, but if I had, you
yeah,
never know, right? Because the odds of this
yeah.
happening are pretty slim. But I don't know. I think I would invest in a lot nicer camera. I would get like a drone. I would get a
Yes.
boat. I'm not 16 yet, so I can't have a car. In Ontario, you have to be 16. But yeah, I don't know. I would buy a nice piece of property because my dad always
Yes.
tells me get property when you're young because that's what you should. Because he regrets not getting a piece of land when he was like 20. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, it would be super cool to just help people who need it. Like I feel like I
For
would go
sure.
all Mr. Beast mode, you know, give
Yes.
give a bunch of it
That's
to people who actually need it because I'm pretty set up. I don't really need anything else. I'm happy. I'm healthy. That's all you need, right?
yeah, yeah. Like I feel like I'd want to set people up and everything, set my family up, and but I feel like I would really I'd have to talk to somebody much smarter than me about it to get a good investing thing going, so I could take a chunk of it and just start having it make its own money,
Yep.
so that I have a constant flow going to something, and then that way, like take a whole other half or something and start helping people make some kind of project for like homeless people and help like veterans, which usually turn into homeless people because they don't get a lot of help, man. At
Yeah.
least like ours, hopefully Canada treats them a little bit better. They come back here and there's a lot that are just like they don't get the help they need, they don't get the support they need, and they're just kind of like tough luck, have a nice day. And there's like a whole adjustment period from being overseas and dealing with somebody trying to shoot you every day, that you come over here and you kind of freak out because no one's trying to shoot at you every day. And
Yeah.
you're sleeping over there on the hard ground and you come back here to a soft bed and you're just like, there's an adjustment period. And some of them don't make it through that.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that. But then I would want to do like environmental stuff.
Me
Uh,
too. Like
yeah, because,
big environment guy. Like I love like magnet fishing because getting the trash out of the water. And I've been fishing on the river this past week. Um, that's what that picture you did in the thumbnail was. Me like with my rainbow trout, but um the amount of fishing line on like the banks even was just I wanted to like hurl. I was so not impressed. I picked up as much of it as I could, but yeah, I understand. I broke off probably like 25 flies because I was fly fishing. Like all those rigs and stuff you lose in
yeah.
the water, right? It happens. Like if you're gonna be fishing, it happens. But when I see like a legit whole spool of line that's all
Oh,
unwrapped
yeah.
on the bank, that's just man, that gets me going. Like, oh, I can't stand that. When people can be so ignorant like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I, I see a lot of stuff. So, real quick, Michigan Magnet Man said there is a ton of help, but people don't understand how to use it. So, I guess I would try to find a way to invest that money into explaining their options, perhaps, or to make it easier for them to learn where and how to do these things. because he would know. So I wouldn't. But Tanner would know. So probably something to make that process easier. Uh, but yeah, definitely like you, since you snorkel and stuff too, like you see all the other stuff. Like everybody that magnet fishes here, yeah, we're pulling up crazy stuff. But for all the stuff we pull up, there is a crap ton of non-magnetic junk in the water
Yeah.
that no one sees. And it's ridiculous. It's bad. Like,
That's why I think like grapple hook fishing and the grapple hook like accessory became really popular because you can get all that stuff that's not really metal.
I caught a plastic lawn chair one time with a magnet though.
Really?
It cut it like there was a hole in the back of it and it just happened to go through and I
Yeah.
was pulling it up and I pulled up a plastic chair and I was like, yeah, I am the best magnet fisher because I caught non-magnetic chairs with a magnet. So but yeah, that's like I hate and love finding fishing line at the same time because I love getting it out, but I hate that it's in there in the first place because
Amen,
I've
brother.
pulled out huge amounts of that before, and I'm like, how did you lose all of this? Let's see, where did we leave? Okay, so what do you think the last thing that you've done is that you're like super proud of?
What do you mean the last thing that I've done?
What do you think you've like? It could be anything. Did you like winning your medal, or like you made like a super awesome video and you're really proud of it, or you
Um,
just helped somebody, held the door for
probably
somebody?
probably catching my first steelhead. That's what was in the picture. That
Nice.
was like
Yeah.
everybody sees that picture, but they don't realize like the amount of work and hours I was on the river for that. I was on the river for 20 hours before I caught that fish. In the rain, in the
Yeah.
cold, like standing in the middle with waders on, and then you have to get your gear ready. Like you have to tie all these flies with like the thread and the all that stuff. I
Yeah.
tied like 50. I broke off 25 last week, so I had to tie more. Like it's just I don't know, like the struggle. It's not really a struggle, but it just it all pays off. Like knowing that it pays off, it just and I'm so proud of that fish or whatever. But yeah, that was yeah, that's the last thing that I've
You,
done.
you,
I'm
you can
proud of
tell.
that.
You can
Yeah.
tell. You can tell from that photo. You were super happy about that. So because people, I guess, are over here talking about it in the comments, so since you do kind of like some snorkeling and stuff, like would you ever consider taking some scuba classes maybe and doing some
Um,
more stuff underwater?
I have actually. Um, we have a local place that offers like you can try it out for like $30 a session, which is like
Yeah.
amazing. I think
Yeah,
that's an
that's cool.
absolute steal. Um,
Oh, for
and
sure.
then
Daddy and Daughter Plus Water did that. They went somewhere and they let them try it in the pool or whatever.
yeah, so sorry, Rusty Magnet said, yes, I do tie my own flies. It's very time consuming, but I like doing it, and it's a lot cheaper to tie your own. Some patterns it is, but like when you get to the complicated stuff, buying all the materials is insane. But for the ones that I just tie mostly like egg-looking flies, and um, it's a lot cheaper to tie your own, and then you can make them how you want as well. But anyways, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
I can get I can get like certified here as well. So I've been looking into that lately. It's still like way cold for that right now,
Yeah,
but
oh yeah, for sure.
um, definitely something I want to do in the future because I live on the shore, like on the shore of Lake Superior, one of the,
Okay.
in my opinion, the best Great Lake. I mean, Michigan Magna Man. You probably disagree. Um, I mean, I've only been to Lake Superior and Lake Ontario. I've been sailing on Lake Ontario and Lake Superior. Lake Ontario's gross, man. That water is nasty. Um, It's clear, but like the stuff in it is Brockton Magnet Fish. You tie your own. Right on, man. I'd love to
Ties
talk
my
to
own
you about
shoes.
that sometime.
They said he ties my own shoes.
Oh, his
He's a smart
shoes.
butt.
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
know
I didn't even
Brockton. You over
see
there?
that part.
Oh, we were talking about his burritos and stuff. Probably sitting eating a bag of Cheetos. I see you, Sean. I see you. Yeah, like
Sorry, underwater.
I'm super down for it. I'm super down. Like I want to learn. I want to like just seeing the cool stuff D Almighty has found in Man Plus River and stuff, and be able to return stuff to people, lost cameras and phones and watches and stuff. Like I've only returned one. I found somebody's frisbee once, and just because they had their name and stuff written on it, I was able to give it back to them. But like I felt super good about that. Like it was so much fun being able to like ship it back to the guy. And
Yeah, I
he was kind
found.
of like, "Oh, you don't got to do it." And I was like, "Bro, you put your name and stuff on it. Like, obviously, it meant something to you. It meant enough to put your name and phone number on it, right?"
Yeah, I
It's like no
found
big deal.
a dog tag while metal detecting, and then I called the lady because there was a number on the back and an address. So I went to go and drop it off. She was so grateful. Like I made her day. And then I went to the pet store because I have a dog, right? And I saw the same tag there, and it was like a $30 dog tag, which like, and it was like custom engraved and everything. That's my coolest return find, but so nothing crazy yet.
So that's just the coolest. What is your coolest thing you found? Is it that, or is that just your coolest return find?
Well, that's my only return find, so it's my coolest return find. But
But yeah,
my
what's
coolest find. Sorry, go
yeah
ahead.
yeah? I was gonna say just like your coolest thing you've ever found out and about.
Um, a belt buckle. It was my first find ever, actually. Haven't
That's a
gotten
pretty good
that
find.
lucky since.
So does it have like any like cool like design or anything, or
Nothing
just a
crazy. It
belt?
might not have even been for a belt. Like my old property was an old potato farm, so it could have been like a strap for something, but you wouldn't know it now, but because there's a bunch of trees. But
Yeah.
I found like at least 100 nails with my metal detector. Like I'm done, man. Especially in my backyard. Like
So what kind of detector do you use? Because that's another area I'm trying to look into, just to broaden the horizon of finding things. So I always
so,
ask people what they use.
yeah. Don't get what I use. I got like the cheapest option out there. It was like $200 Canadian. It was on sale for 100. So I got it as like a birthday gift kind of thing. Um,
Gotcha.
and then basically it beeps when there's metal underneath it. It doesn't tell me what kind of metal it is. Doesn't tell me how deep. Doesn't give me that little number that those expensive ones do. If it beeps, just give it a dig.
Beeps. You gotta
Yep.
dig. That
And
makes
then
sense.
I have I think it was like a $30, one of those pinpointer ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, I use that as well. So my whole metal detecting setup is like $130, which is like an eighth of what some people pay just for their main detector.
But I mean, it finds stuff, so it comes back to at least you're doing
Yeah.
it.
Two
Get
more
kind
likes
of
for what?
they're addicted to the horse racing. They really want some horse racing. So I told them 35 likes, and we'll do a horse race. I'll give away a sticker. So they're just trying to find people to come in here and hit that like button because they really want some horses.
Yep.
Or I guess I got to do a pirate race because Magnetic Squatch was on to me about it. He's like, there's a pirate race. Why haven't you done the pirate race?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of magnetic squatch, I actually just got his stickers in the mail. I didn't even tell him yet, but I don't think he's watching right now, is he?
Nice. He's doing family stuff. He popped in for a second
Okay.
to
Well,
see.
I'll let them know later that I got them.
See, Brockton Magnafisher just sent me a picture of Cheeto bags. He's like, which one? Crunchy or Puffs? Crunchy, bro. Crunchy.
Yeah, crunchy.
He's always eating Cheetos, man.
That's funny.
So before I get to my like two kind of final questions that I told you that I was probably going to end with, let's ask the lovely people in the chat if they have any questions for you, anything they would like to know.
Hit me, guys.
Throw it out there, guys. Throw it. And then the chat was silent.
Yep.
There's like a delay though from YouTube to stream.
Yeah,
so
I have it popped on another tab here, and I see that too. It's like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but I'll confuse myself. So then,
Come on, guys, give me some questions here. I know my last video was a Q&A, so that doesn't really help. Ooh.
So,
are you doing any magnet fishing? Yes, I am. I am.
Oh.
Am I allowed to say the company that I'm partnered with on here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah. So I'm partnered with Rogue Magnetics. I haven't unleashed the beast yet because we just got all the ice off, and I've been steelhead fishing, so I haven't had much time to do anything else. And I've been working too. So I do magnet fish. I went out a couple times last year. I got this little like 300-pound pull force. It's like smaller than a hockey puck thing, and I went out with that a couple times, and then yeah. So I do magnet fishing. I have one magnet fishing video on my channel, and I'm planning to do a bunch more in the future.
Sweet. So you have do you have a code for them? Do you have a code for Rogue?
I do. I'm allowed to plug it right here.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
All right, Clay is already with Rogue as well. So Clay, don't be plugging your shit. This is my chance, bro.
That's what I like. We have our little group, and some people are brute, some people are Rogue, and we got some people trying some other stuff. So like we're all,
So cool mine is get ready. It's super creative. Okay.
All right.
Nick 10. That's all it is.
Nick 10. All right. So there you go. You want a sweet magnet? Check out Rogue's website.
Oh,
Nick 10.
Any bucket list
asking here? Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't told many people this, but I want to go to Bali, Indonesia, and go spear fishing.
That would be cool.
That's like a dream trip.
Like, I don't even know that I like seafood enough to do it, but there was an episode of Jigging with Jordan where they were out there. I always forget where they went, but they were getting their own lobsters and stuff. And I was like, I just think it'd be really cool to go down, get my own fish or my own lobster and bring that thing back and cook it. Like, I don't know that I'd actually like it. I'd go for the fish probably. I don't like lobster and stuff. I'm weird. Yeah. Sorry, guys. But like, I think it'd be cool just to catch it and go back and cook it and eat it. That sounds awesome. So I'd go spearfishing there.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw Brockton in the chat. He said 300-pound is so tiny. Rogue already, yes. I got one from Rogue Magnetics. I have the it's 1,200 pounds, I think, which is pretty good size, I'd say.
Now, Sean, it's not the size, it's how you use it. We've been over this. Right. So, FK wants to know if you need a permit to do metal detecting in Canada.
You're asking the wrong person. I don't know.
What they don't know won't hurt them. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I don't
Rusty
think so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
no, I don't. I don't. I have my driver's license. I wish I did. But in Ontario, it's you have to be 16, and then I think in Alberta or something, which is weird. You can be 15. So if I was in Alberta,
Hmm.
I could be like getting it right now. But now I have to
Oh,
wait until my birthday, October 7th, guys. Remember that. Remember that. Until I turn 16.
what is that? Is mom still in here? What was that thing? Was it the driver's license? We have family that used to live in Canada, and I think maybe he had his driver's license or he had something, but then they moved back to the United States, and now he can't do it because our rules are different.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it was, but it's something crazy like that. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But I don't know if it was that or something else. Trying to go back up because I was like, I feel like I missed things.
Yes, underwater Canuck, you are right. I'm stuck with G1 for a year unless you take driver's ed. So I probably won't have like my full thing till I'm like 17, which is, I mean, it's okay. My parents don't have anywhere to drive me right now because I'm not doing any like extracurriculars because of COVID. But
And apparently, we at least got to 36, so you guys can get a race. Calm down. So, you got any more guys before I ask my two final questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm just kind of trying to go up here.
Rusty Magnus wants to know if you're nervous.
Am I nervous for what? The last questions or for my driver's license?
Answer Snorkel's crazy questions and get your driver's license or do the class. Y'all are some horse fiends. I've created addicts. Well, while they sort it out, I'm going to find the horse racing website because I don't even have it pulled up. Where's the pirates? Where's the pirates?
Just being asked questions. Yes, Clay. I was a little nervous earlier. I don't know if you noticed, but I ditched the plaid shirt and I was getting a little hot there, getting put on the spot.
I mean, I feel that same. Like, it's so weird. The rest of the house right now is probably really cold, but this room is really warm. Like, I'll walk out and it's going to be like 50 degrees out in the rest of the house.
Oh yeah.
It's freezing in here.
Some things people don't realize, but I didn't realize until like I was in my quincy, is that your body heat really heats up a room. Like
Oh,
if you're in
yeah.
there for a while, the quincy, when you first get in there, you're freezing, but then it gets so
Yes.
warm like that the walls start like getting a tiny bit mushy, and it's like it's crazy.
What?
Like you could be there in a t-shirt. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, I have my couple of my lights, but they're LEDs, so they shouldn't. They're adding a little bit of heat, but not a lot. But yeah, man. Well, it's not snowing anymore, but I'm getting ready to do some camping probably next month. I'm going with a guy at work. We're super excited about it. Like I'm like, yes, let's go. Cause like my
Nice.
wife is super like not wanting anything to do with Mother Nature. I told her I was like, we're gonna go camping next month. She's like, are you trying to make me go camping next month? And I was like, no, I know better. She's like, good. I was like, yeah, I know you don't like it.
That's
So I'm
funny.
like excited that he wants to go or take his kid, his little boy, and we're gonna take his dog and we're taking our hammocks and stuff, and we're just gonna put
Nice.
tarp over. I just think that's easier. But I'm gonna go to. We're gonna make a whole video out of that because we're going up to this. Okay, there's a big, massive rock, and like the one side it's like 80 feet high, and then the other side because it's on the mountain is like 100 and some feet high. But I go up there
Oh
and I
yeah.
go rappelling from that. It's a lot
That's
of
cool.
fun. I need
That's really
to.
cool.
I feel like the
The
battery's pretty
people in the
expensive. I
chat are
need.
getting antsy.
I know. I'm making
Come
them
on.
sweat a little bit. We're
Yeah.
hot. You're making you hot. We're sweating. You're gonna sweat
Oh
too.
yeah.
But I need to go up there. I bought some stainless steel bolts to put in, but the regular drill was not doing it. Like I need the hammer drill
Yeah.
so I can put that in there because there's a tree up there I use, but it's kind of not where I'd like it to be. And if I could put the bolts in, it'd be a lot safer and a lot more convenient. The other way's safe too. It's just
Yeah.
I could make things better. I could make a proper anchor that I would like, but I'm gonna go up there and make a video about that too. And
Nice.
have
I'm
a whole
excited.
day. We're gonna cook some really good something. I don't know if we're having steak or chicken.
Ooh.
Pretty sure I'm bringing asparagus though. I love asparagus. And I really want some red skin potatoes too, so we're gonna bring that at least. And I'm gonna chop up some onions and stuff before I go. So maybe we'll get some of those dehydrated mushrooms Tanner had.
Yeah, like Tanner had. That would be interesting. I've actually never tried. I think it was like a morel that he had. Never tried them
Yeah.
before.
All right, they're getting antsy. But so before I ask the final two questions, we'll do that. We'll give the people what they want.
Yep.
So, okay, you want the horse race, guys. You want your name in there. You got to put the number 35 right now so I can start putting your name over here.
So I've actually never witnessed one of these. How does it work?
So I take everybody's name and I put them in this big list. And this one's pirate, which I've never done. So I'm guessing there's just going to be a bunch of pirates. And they just start, I put a time in and they just start, I guess they're going to be running. And like, it just picks a random person. So like sometimes you'll fall back and then at the last minute, somebody from the very back will just shoot up ahead of everybody. And like,
That's cool.
I don't know. It's a pretty cool random picker. Like we seen it on Ohio River History.
Yeah.
He did it, the horses. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh no, I gotta type everybody's name. Good Lord. Ah. Okay.
What are they winning? What's the big prize?
Oh, send them out a couple stickers per the usual. Just got a fresh supply. Might put a couple other goodies in there. You never know.
Nice.
Mail from me is a present in itself.
I'm working on a few more sticker designs behind the scenes here. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you've seen my new one. But basically what I did was NB Adventures is like the acronym for it is like NBA, right? Just like National Basketball Association. So it's kind of like a mock of the NBA logo, but it's like me adventuring, and it'll be fine. Like I looked up like the rules of copyright and everything, and apparently you only have to change the logo 30% to avoid the copyright laws and stuff.
Interesting.
So, yeah. And I changed it like probably at least 70. So I should be good.
Here's a fun fact. So I live in West Virginia, and the guy that is the person in the logo of the NBA is Jerry West, and he is from West Virginia, real close by, actually.
That's cool.
That is the dude. It's a little fun fact for everybody. Okay. We're just going to put MMM, and I will know who that is. Try to hyphenate things because Brockton's spelling things out again. He always does this. Your pirate's going to have a gimpy leg. It's going to have a peg leg. He ain't going to run fast. You know it. Trying to get, okay, John. Which John, by the way, I sent out your other envelope again today. So be sure to be on the look for that. And hopefully that one gets to you this time. Because my mom also did not get hers that I sent out. So I don't know what the postal service is doing. Yes. Underwater Canuck knows West by God, Virginia. She knows how it goes.
Where is he? Tanner, I know you're in here. I just saw you in the chat. But your stickers are on their way now. Finally got to that. Finally got the stamps I need to send to you guys in the US. So they're on their way. Don't worry, bud.
Okie dokie. I think maybe that is everybody. Let's see. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to read through the list. And then if your name's not in the list, then you type 35 again. But if you hear your name, don't put it in there again because you're going to confuse me, okay? So we got Underwater Canuck. We got Iron Antlers. We got Ann Mudd, Rose Briggs, 907 Outdoors, Mom, AZ Mort Squad. We got Tanner in here. We got the Rusty Mags. We got Brockton. We have FK, Coastal Casey. We have John. And we have Scuba Sonia. You take your thumbs up, I'm not going to do the thing. And then I'm going to give everybody your address. I think that's everybody.
Am I allowed to enter this? Like, what's up?
Yeah. We'll put you in there. All right. So let's share my screen here. Share screen. Pirate Race.
I'm excited to see this.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, this is cool. I like this.
Let's do a minute and a half. Seems to be a good thing here. Oh, look, we're racing for treasure. We're going to turn this off because I don't want to hear it.
That's cool. That's really
super full
cool.
screen. All right, here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Chase that treasure. Go, 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 go. Oh, it's very even right now.
Oh, this is pretty
cool. I don't even
cool.
know who's in the lead. Look how they're running. They're not even really running. They're just kind of bouncing.
Yeah. That's cool. That's funny. I've never seen this before. Oh, now
is that Rusty Mags? Or Rose? Rose is in the lead, I think.
Oh, I better pick up the pace here.
Oh. Is that Roe? And Mudd's coming. This is really even, but watch. We'll get down to like the last little bit, and somebody's just going to be like. Whoosh.
So when there's 5 seconds left, when there's 5 seconds left, I dare you to pause it. Just
too mean.
Give it a little more sense.
This is how I'm going to run everywhere I go now. Wave my arm while bouncing on 2 legs.
You can like coin that as your dance on TikTok. Everybody do this snorkel pirate.
Yes.
Oh, I'm falling behind. A lot.
A lot of people are falling behind.
Oh,
you guys are definitely. Oh. You're trying to sneak up. Oh, Scuba Sonia's sneaking in. Oh, I think she's going to take it. Scuba Sonia. Oh, look how they just like fell over. This is really weird. But they're still kind of dancing. That's awesome. All right, Scuba Sonia. So send me an email, which I think I sent you a thing the other day, but I don't know if I ever got something back. Send me your address, and I'll send you stickers and possibly other goodies. Who knows? Congratulations. They're like another race. I'll give you another race after I get the final 2 questions in. Okay, y'all calm down. Y'all are fiends. We'll do something else besides pirate too. There's a bunch of options.
That's cool.
Where's my list of things?
All right, I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. So there's a whole bunch, so I guess you could pick and choose which one. What is your favorite sort of similar niche-related YouTube channel that you watch just to watch? You enjoy watching it?
Snorkel pirate? No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
swag. Okay.
Honestly, I don't really know. I do know. A few. Um, I really like watching the Outdoor Boys. Do you watch them at all?
No, I don't even know. So this is good. This is what I was
Oh
hoping
my.
for.
You are missing out. This guy
Yeah.
is he takes his sons on the craziest adventures. They go caving, they go like camping in the snow with no tent
That's
or
awesome.
shelter. They go all this kinds of stuff like foraging wild edibles and like surviving on them, like
Oh, see, this is
just
what I need. This will get me pumped up for the camping trip.
yes, like and this guy, the amount of tips that he shares in his videos like for free, it's like you could like pay for like a legit master class. Like that's what his videos are. It's crazy.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
And
gonna
then
be binge watching this for sure.
I also like watching Mav. He does a lot of truck camping, fishing. Um, his old like thing used to be Welcome to Mav, where we do everything outdoors. But yeah, I just he's so like chill when it comes to his videos, and I really enjoy because I like doing similar things as he does. Like other, I don't sleep in my truck because I don't have a truck, but um, yeah, I love like the fishing and the cooking that he does. It's just oh, it's awesome.
That's yeah. I'm watching this. It's gonna get me pumped up. Like I'm already pumped just to find somebody else that wants to go camping. So I'm like, yes. But this is just gonna put me over the edge. I'm gonna be like, dude, we have to go earlier. I don't even care. We have to go.
Here, I'm gonna put
Oh
the
yes, we got a link. That's awesome.
Outdoor Boys channel. Gonna get it right in here in the chat for you. They have like one and a
Sweet.
half million, but it's all good.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure to put these in here because for options for other people too. So like I figured I'd answer them too. Just spread the love. So I think my one of my favorite related channels um, would be a dude called Merman Mike. So he scuba dives and stuff. He scuba dives, yeah. Uh, he does that in I think he's in Washington, and he's really into trying to help people get their stuff back. So now that he's kind of getting out there, people are always messaging him, and he's trying to do his best to go get their valuables back to him. He also cleans up stuff, but he's really into helping people. And like he had one episode, and I because we kind of talk. I don't know if we're like best buds yet, but we do message sometimes. And I was like, this might be your best one. It was a deaf couple, and they lost their GoPro, so they're trying to tell them where the GoPro is, and they got to use their phones and text and stuff because they're
Wow,
deaf.
that's
And
cool.
so he was down there looking for that, and while he was doing that, the girl dropped her phone while she was texting his girlfriend, trying to get them. And then so he had to go. He ended up finding the GoPro, and then he almost ran out of air out of his like second or third tank, but he did get her phone too, and like he brought
Wow,
him back to her, and like you can tell even though they don't speak or anything, like you can see the excitement and just the joy that they had. And I mean, they were crying, he was crying, it was a whole thing. And I was like, bro, I know you didn't find like anything cool, but I was like, this may be the best episode I've seen you make. Like super emotional, like I don't know, it was super. I love it. It was great content. I was like, man, it's jazzed
yeah,
me up to try to go help somebody. So he's a super cool dude. I would love to go dive with him. He dives in the American River all the time, and that's pretty decently clear water. I mean, he's found drones. He
wow,
found a drone taking a picture of a guy jumping off the bridge that's there, which is illegal, but he
wow,
actually got some coverage on like uh, Inside Edition or something. Did a little quick little piece on him or something. It was pretty cool. So like,
that
I
is
do
cool.
like watching him, which then leads into what is one of your favorite completely unrelated channel you just watch.
I might have to go through my YouTube like subscriptions here because I watch so many. I love watching things that
Right.
make me laugh. Um, but obviously Mr. Beast, like Dude Perfect. I don't know. A lot of the things I watch though are in fact related.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Mythical Kitchen. They
So is that related
do.
to like Good Mythical Morning, or is that
It is.
completely?
They're actually. You know how they have like the multiverse munchies and like all the different snacks or whatever. So
Yeah,
they make the food for that,
that's
and
cool.
like all these crazy dishes. Um, yeah, that's completely unrelated to my channel, but I love watching it. And they have a
That's
podcast too that I listen to.
nice.
It's called "A Hot Dog Is a Sandwich." Yeah,
Could be. It could
it's pretty
be.
funny. Yeah.
I'm thinking one of my favorite unrelated, mostly unrelated, but he does do a lot of like editing and stuff and photography. But another Canadian, Peter McKinnon. I love Peter McKinnon's stuff, man. Like he makes really awesome looking short films, and he's got a couple awards for stuff, and he does awesome photography. He loves coffee, he loves magic and stuff, and he works that into a bunch of his episodes and stuff. But he shares a lot of good tips for video editing and photography editing and stuff. And I don't know, like I would love to hang out in a room with him. He seems really cool.
Yeah, that would be
Uh,
cool.
and he's always living it up in Canada. He's talking about wanting to go on. He's got a snowmobile and he likes to take that out. But he also has a jet ski and stuff. And he's always like, I can't wait for it to warm up to get on the jet ski.
Oh yeah.
I think he went out one time without a wetsuit, and he's like, "It's going to be cold, but I just can't. I can't wait anymore. I gotta go out
Yeah.
on the jet ski." Hey, yeah, Chris Ramsey. Oh, I love watching Chris Ramsey. He's friends with Peter. I like watching. I like watching him where he's trying to figure out the puzzle boxes and stuff, and figure out the different kinds of puzzles. And he times himself.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with my lamp here. Is
It's in
that
super
better?
mode. Yeah, it's a little bit. You're not quite as blown out now.
Well, shout out to the magnetic squatch. I'm using his envelope as a little shade.
That's awesome.
It worked a little bit. I'll give him that.
What? I'm about to watch that one 7 hours. That's a good puzzle if it took him 7 hours. Like, like I kind of want to do some of these puzzles, but now I'm to the point where like I can't do the puzzle he did because I know how to do it. But every time he does a new puzzle, like I go through his brain thinking, like I'm like, okay, we'll try this, and then he's like, we'll try this, and I was like, yes, I am Chris Ramsey.
That's funny.
Okay, well we got. I'm gonna give him another race because I told him I would. So I'm gonna let you pick a number for them to type in the chat there.
Ooh. Let me just check how many subscribers I have right now, because that'll be the number.
Okay, that's a good.
Just,
$8,000 for the puzzle. That's insane.
Okay, so the number is 159. Okay, 159.
159, guys. Type it in. Enter yourself into a race.
I'm excited to see this one.
And then while they're deciding, I will let you pick what race we do.
Ooh.
So we got, yeah, there's a
Um,
bunch.
do. Oh wow, there's
I
a
mean,
lot
there's
more.
options now. Yeah, there's options now. I just want to make sure you.
Do the rubber ducks.
Rubber ducks.
All right, let's do it.
All right, well, let me go back to this because I got to enter people's names. Edit list. Delete.
Hopefully, 159 will be higher soon.
There's 7 rows. MMM.
Oh yeah, I gotta type it in there too now.
I'm just gonna put that. I'm abbreviating everybody.
Thank you, Brockton. 159 subscriber.
Yes. The ambassador killing it.
Thanks, Clay. Yeah, I like doing a wide variety of things. That's one of my downfalls, though. Like, usually, isn't it how you grow is doing the same thing over and over because YouTube knows what to expect? But I just can't do the same thing over and over. Just got to mix it up.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I don't know. I love magnet fishing, but I do want to do some other stuff. Which this Saturday, Dad's coming down. We're gonna try to get those newspaper machines out and stuff out of the river. Bring in the hookah system. We're gonna see what we can't find in there. The water's probably gonna be cold as crap, and I'm gonna get hypothermia. It's gonna be great. Like, I really don't know. I'm trying to look online and use fish apps to figure out the water temperature, and I literally have no idea. I just need to take a thermometer and go up there and see what it says. But I might try to wear both of my wetsuits at one time. Just to
I have one right now, and it's a 7mm.
See, that's what I need.
It's
yes,
thick.
underwater Canucta. We need to go. Yeah, Dad. I think that's what Dad has. I think it's a 7. He got a 7mm semi-dry wetsuit, so he should be just fine. But I only have like a 2-3 wetsuit, so it's like 3 on the chest and 2 on my arms and legs. But I have 2 of them, or I have another. I think I have a jacket, so maybe I can put the jacket on and then put my regular wetsuit over top of that, and at least keep my core warm. I'm not too worried about the legs. But I don't know. We're see what happens anyway. All right. I got everybody entered over here. We'll put 2 minutes because I want the suspense. Add to stream. Super full screen. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, look at the cute little duckies. We got Punk Rock Ducky.
Did you add me in there?
Ducky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're somewhere.
I see it now. Am I Ducky number 1?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got a bandit ducky, a cook ducky. Yeah. I don't know. COVID-19 ducky.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Let's go. Oh no, it's making noise too. Oh, Kinsler Bros. Oh.
907.
Oh, he's not a bandit. He's like
a pirate.
Zorro Ducky.
Yeah.
Zorro Ducky.
Ooh.
Generic duck quack.
The suspense. I suck. Tanner, it's all right. That's funny.
Ooh.
I don't even see Tanner. Oh, there he is. Ducky number 5.
Kinsler Bros trying to make a break for it.
Yep. Oh,
Brandon. Tanner's making a comeback.
Yep. Oh, there I am. Let's go, Ducky.
Iron Antlers want some.
Iron Antlers want some.
I think it's fitting that Rose has a punk rock duck. I don't know why. I just feel like that fits. Ooh. Look, they all like just come up to the line and then they're like, nah, I'm just kidding. I don't want it.
Oh, come on.
Yes, we are sitting there yelling at the screen.
Yep.
Kick faster. Brockton was in a lead for a minute. Well done, sir. Well
Come on
done.
now. Oh, Rose. Sheesh.
Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Rose!
Nice.
Oh, look, it clapped for me, but we'll clap again. Rose! So you want some more stickers, Rose? I know your address. I already know what it is. You can get the new fancy Snorkel Pirate packaging
Ooh.
with the
Deal.
custom wax seal that is blown out. Oh no. Okay, that's just not going to work.
Cool. Any more questions?
I think the only one I had, but we kind of put it out throughout, is how can our people watching connect with you online?
Um, I have an Instagram account that I post stories on often. I don't make posts as much as Tanner. Tanner's always out there making posts, but I make stories a lot with interactive content. I always answer messages from people. And then of course I have a podcast and my YouTube channel. So that's basically.
I don't have the podcast link, but I got the YouTube and the Instagram link.
Okay.
You're just jealous. Quit having that duck eat Cheetos. He might swim faster. All right, yeah. Well, it was pretty fun. Hopefully, that was an enjoyable experience. Because
it was fun. This was my first time going live on YouTube, so it's pretty cool. I liked it.
And you're the first guest, so
I'm honored.
Yeah. So hopefully, thinking Coastal Casey might be the next one. She's working on getting her office ready, so I mean, she got a green screen and all kind of stuff. So I don't know how that's coming along or not, but we got a couple weeks because I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, I'm just in my bedroom right now.
I mean, I'm in here. It's whatever. It's not the way I want it yet, but I'm moving. I'm buying stuff to make a desk that will move to this wall, and then it will be longer. I'll have more space to spread out, and then so stuff's going to change a little bit. That means I'll probably have to move the sticker board.
Yeah.
But shout out, his sticker is there.
Yeah, I see it.
Old style. He's a part of the pirate board. So if anybody wants to be a part of the pirate board and you want to trade stickers, hit me up. I can hook you up. You don't have to win the race all the time, but if you do win the race, sometimes you get extra special goodies. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming on. It's been awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think what you were talking about earlier, you definitely seem like you got a level head. You definitely seem like you're doing good in life. So don't worry about that. I've talked to plenty of people that I've been like, man, I wish I wouldn't have talked to them. But you are definitely not one of those people. So
thank you very much.
Yeah. Definitely go check him out and blow up his stuff. Blow up the Instagram, blow up his YouTube. He's growing. He's learning some stuff.
I'm learning for it. That's what it's about.
He's always posting on Instagram, man. He's got the hunger. So, yeah, go check him out, guys. So, with that being said, I got to find my little outro thing. Haven't perfected that yet, have I? All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. I mean, I got sound effects now, so that's half the battle.
Right.
I got a Stream Deck thing coming tomorrow, so that will help me do more cool stuff. All right, guys. So until the next one, remember, go out there, make your own adventures. Life's short. Have fun. Peace, guys.